friends, I am so happy that you clicked on today's video because I have so many DIYs that I want to share that were super fun to make and very affordable. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justina and here I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you through my DIYs. In today's video, I have a couple of DIYs and hacks that you can do to keep your birthday party experience very affordable. This happens to be my little one's birthday party and they wanted to make it a Bluey themed birthday party. So I had super fun making some of these DIYs, obviously, for my little one, but you can always change out the theme to fit your theme. And a lot of these things you can find at Dollar Tree if you do not want to buy it at a bigger store, but I will get into that later on. Everything that I use will be linked down in the description box below if you want to use some of the same items. Now, before we get started, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free. Plus, I would love for you to be part of our virtual art family here. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Now, with all that being said, let's just jump right into it and let's art today. I wanted to start off with invitations because that is the first thing people see when you invite them to a birthday party. And usually for my little ones, I really go all out with their invites, but I try to keep it as affordable as possible. Now, I found these Gable boxes off of Amazon. The link will be down in the description box below if you're looking for the same type of box. But since this is a Bluey birthday party, I wanted to make these little boxes look like little puppy holders. So as you see here, I'm going to make a little slit in the side of the Gable box, and I'm just using my box cutter to do so. I first start off with an X, and then those little triangles I'm cutting in half, and making sure to be really careful when doing this because my box cutter was really sharp. Now, after I got all of the cuts made, I'm going to just gently push them inside of the box. I'm just trying to create a little circle. That way I can place the little puppy inside. Now, here is what it looks like after I have it pushed in, and here is the little puppies that each one of the kids are going to receive. I purchased these puppy plushies from Amazon. I believe I got a 30 pack for a reasonable price. Once again, the link will be down in the description box below, and they did come in 4 different colors, which I thought was super adorable because each kid got their own little puppy. Now, all I am doing is pushing the puppy's head through that hole that I've created and trying to push it out so it looks like he's sitting in his little kennel that we are creating here. Now, this was a struggle at first because I wasn't sure how big of the hole I needed to create, but I just kept pushing him through and pulling those little triangles out to the side, and he lays in there perfectly. Next, to create a nice statement, I am going to start decorating the outside of the box as well, and I made these stickers on my computer and I cut them out using my Silhouette machine. Now, if you don't have a cutting machine, you can always just handwrite it on the side of the box, or you can go to Dollar Tree and buy the stickers that they provide there and stick them on yourself, or you can just paint it on. The possibilities are pretty much endless, but I decided to make them since I have it. Next, I have these Bluey stickers that I purchased from Party City. They were on sale, I believe, for $3, and I picked up a couple of packs just to decorate the other side of the box. Now, I thought these were adorable. Once again, you do not have to buy stickers from Party City. You can always make them if you want to, or you can hand draw them to save even a little bit more money. And here is how my puppy boxes invitations turned out. Inside of the box, there is a paper invite also, but it has all of my personal information, so I did not show you that, and I gave them a little treat inside side as well, but I just loved how these puppy boxes turned out. Once again, these were very affordable to make and the kids absolutely loved them. Now with this invite, I did put on their invitations to make sure that they bring their puppies because there was a fun activity at the birthday party for them, and that brings us to our second DIY. Now, the activity for the children who brought their puppies back to the party, I thought it would be super cute to make a little dog collar station. So the way I'm making it to assort my little station is having this puzzle box that I have left over. And then I purchased some of these alphabet pony beads from Walmart for about $6 to $7, and I thought that was pretty reasonable given all of the different types of beads that come in that pack. Now I also bought extra alphabet beads for the children just to make sure that everybody had enough letters to make the names of their puppies, and I have some pipe cleaners that you can purchase at Dollar Tree. I also have some from Walmart as well because they were a little bit more vibrant with the colors. Now all you need to do with this is pretty much just organize all of the beads because I wanted to make it as easy as possible for the kids to make their little collars. Now I just put the alphabet beads in a bigger slot, and these are actually going to be the collars, which are pipe cleaners, and I just took all different types of colors and assorted them in the bigger section as you see here. Then after I was done placing the little collars in that section, I began assorting every bead that was in that bigger pack. Now there was more beads than I had little sections for, and once again, if you do not have a little organizer like this, you can always just buy little cups and organize it that way. It's easier for the kids to grab their little beads and put it on their collars. Now this did take quite some time, but once it was all organized, it looks like this, and I absolutely am so happy how it turned out. It does take a little bit of an effort, but my OCD part of me was so happy to see it nice and organized. And the kids thought it was super fun to use when they got their little puppies and started making their collars. The little individual areas was easy for them to grab so that they can make their little collars. Now, here is an example of how the children made their collars. They took their puppies and they measured out how much beads that they wanted to use. Now, for this example, I'm just keeping it very simple, and I named my puppy Spot, and as you see here, it does fit on those beads with the pipe cleaner. Even the smaller holes, the pipe cleaner fed through the bead very nicely. After they had their name, they placed it around their little puppy. They twisted the pipe cleaner up a couple of times, and either we cut it off or they threaded it around the puppy again, and they had a cute collar for their puppies. Having games at a party really makes it fun and unique, and I love making my games because it saves a lot of money. Now for this game, it is going to be made mostly from Dollar Tree items. I bought 2 poster boards and some party cups from Dollar Tree. Now to make this game, I am going to use the cups as a guide and make little circles. Now after I made the little circles, I made a smaller circle on the inside of those circles using this tape as you see here, and I am next going to cut out those little circles that are within the bigger circle using a box cutter. Now please be very careful in cutting because it is very sharp and I don't want you to lose any phalanges. Now that I have enough circles on my poster board, as you see here, I'm just taking my box cutter and starting to cut in those little circles within the bigger circles. Now I'm not sure if you have seen this game before. It is super fun to make and easy to do, and every kid gets a prize depending on how many kids show up for your party. I made 21 circles on this one piece of poster board, and it is called a punch out game, I believe, where you have the kid punch in the little circles and they win a little prize. Here is how my poster board looks after I cut out all of the little circles on them. Now with this, you're going to have an ugly side and a cleaner side. The cleaner side you want to have facing your audience, and the ugly side is in the inside. Now to decorate my poster board, I am using some scrapbooking paper that I have on hand. I really wanted this to be bright and vibrant and very colorful, so I have my one that has all of the colors in the rainbow, and I picked out a few pieces that I thought was really pretty and really vibrant. The next thing I am going to do is just remove some of the excess on the top and then start gluing it down to my poster board. Now for these types of projects, I do like to glue down my paper using my hot glue gun, but if that's not for you, you can always use something else. But it does make this process go by a little bit quicker, and it still holds down my paper really sturdy. Now I just take a little section at a time, put down some hot glue, then I put my paper on top and smooth it out. I really like this method. I really never have any problems with it, and it does hold down nicely. I will continue doing that with all of the pages that I have until everything is glued down. This is how it looks after it had time to dry, and I did set it aside to dry for at least a couple of minutes just so that everything was nice and adhered down. Now the next thing you need to do is flip your poster board over and take your box cutter again and start making little slits like we did in our invites. I started off with a big X, and when I have those triangles, I cut down those triangles into smaller sections. Now this part is pretty much optional. I just really wanted to decorate my game, make it more fun and festive, but you can skip this part altogether. Now that I have my little sections all cut out, I am taking more hot glue and adding it to the back of my board and then placing those little triangles now into the hot glue just so that it holds it into place. Once I was done with that one, I continue doing the same process for every single circle. I will cut out the little triangles, pull them back, and then glue them down into place until the whole thing was completed. Once you are finished cutting and gluing everything down, it should look like this. Now it did take quite some time, and I did put on my favorite show and just kept cutting and gluing down until everything was finished. However, I really loved how it turned out, and here is how it looks from the front end, and it just makes it look so much neater and well put together. Next, I'm taking some of those cups that we purchased at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to place one in every hole. This will just give me an idea of how many cups there are that I need to fill. Now this is the area where you're going to put your little goodies, and so I'm going to fill mine up with some goodies that I purchased from various stores. Now you can buy little goodies like this at Dollar Tree if you want, or the 99-cent store. I purchased a couple things from both stores and other stores as well, and I'm just gonna put them randomly in each cup. Once I had my cups filled to my liking, I'm going to cover the tops of the cups using some tissue paper. Now, as you saw, I put a little bit of hot glue at the top of the cut. It is on the low setting, and then I place my tissue paper right on top, and then I'm going to cut it down into place. Now wherever the glue didn't adhere down to or it dried too quickly, I just added more glue and then pressed down the tissue paper firmly and then cut off the excess. After I was completed, here are all of my cups covered. Now I'm just flipping it over. The tissue paper does hold up really well. You got to push some pressure into it to really make it rip, and it is easy for either younger ones to get through to get their little prizes. Now it's time to attach the cups to the poster board, and to do so I'm using my hot glue gun and my Gorilla Glue stick once again, and then I'm going to place the cup right over the little circles that we have cut out before. The little triangles helps me measure out where I need to put my hot glue, and then I'll just place the cup right on top and push down until it dried. And then I will continue this until every single hole has a cup on top of it. After I was done gluing down my cups, it should look like this. Now it is time to attach the backing, which is another poster board. Now with that, I'm just going to put glue on a couple of cups and then press down firmly until the poster board attaches to the cups. That way it can sit up upright just like this, and your game is nice and even for the kids to punch through it. Now I didn't get a chance to record myself gluing it down, but as you see here is the backing and it is attached by the cups. Now it's time to add one more thing, which I thought of at the very end, and it was just a little banner with Bluey and her sister Bingo right on top. Now you can cover your sides as well just to add a extra touch, but the kids really do not care. They just want the prizes inside, so I did not make sides to this game. However, I loved how this turned out, and the kids had a blast punching through and getting their prizes. Another great way to save a little bit of money when having a party is to make your own decorations. Now, since this is a Bluey themed birthday party, I have this giant coloring page set that is Bluey themed that we got our little one last Christmas that I'm going to use to help me make some decor pieces. Now to help me, I have this little light that we purchased from Five Below for my little one to help draw and color, and it is really neat. It was only $5, and all you need is a little hook up here, and you plug it in and it turns into a really bright light. I was struggling putting in the little charger thing. I had it on backwards. Who does that? I do that all the time. But once I got it in, this is how it looks. Now, we had ours for a little while, so it is a little bit damaged. However, it still did its job, which is you put the coloring sheet right on top of the light. You could put it horizontal or vertical, and I'm just putting it this way. That way I have more working space to trace my little Bluey character onto white poster, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree. Now you can purchase a bigger pack of posters at Walmart, I believe, for $6 or $8 for a 10-pack, I believe, which is still a reasonable price. However, I just picked up a couple because I just wanted to make a few characters. Next, all I am taking is a pencil and I'm tracing the outline of this Bluey character. I really love how this light makes it nice and bright, so I know exactly where to trace. And then I will continue until my whole character is traced out. You can find those large giant coloring sheets at Walmart. That's where we found ours. And once I was done, look how this turned out. It is so adorable, and I have a nice outline of a character where now I could start decorating for their birthday party. Now that I have him all traced out, I am going to be using my Posca paint markers. Now you can use a regular acrylic paint for this. You can use markers. You can use whatever you like, but I'm just using my Posca paint markers. I just wanted these to be very vibrant, and Posca paint markers are really good for that. Now I'm just going to color it in like a regular picture and just get as closely as I can to the original character's color. This does take quite some time once again, but the results are fabulous and I loved how it turned out. Now I'm just going to color in all of the sections, and lastly I'm going to outline and add some highlights. My camera did cut off when I was trying to finish this little character up. However, I made so many for their birthday party. I will show you all of the characters that I traced out, which is here. This is the dad and this is the mom, and I also use colored poster paper as well from Dollar Tree just to make it a little bit easier when we were coloring them in. Here is Bingo, and another tip I like to do is to wrap some of your artwork that is already on the wall with the adjacent colors that are within the birthday party theme. theme, which I did here, and then I added my pictures right on top, and I just think it's adorable. Last thing I created was this little fire hydrant for the bathroom, so the little ones knew where the bathroom was, but I just freehanded this one. I did not trace it, and lastly I just colored it and cut it out, placed it on my wall with some painter's tape, and that completes this DIY. Friends, that is it for today's video. I had a blast making this. My little one had a great time at their birthday party, and all of their friends loved how everything turned out. I really hope this would help you get some ideas to make some of your birthday parties a little bit more affordable and make a statement. It's all into the little details, I think, just making a party really stand out. You don't have to go overboard, and you don't have to spend hundreds on a birthday party to make it really make an impression. I had a blast. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, friends, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free. Plus, I would love for you to be part of our virtual art family. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you. And if you can, leave a comment down below to tell me which one was your favorite out of today's videos. Thank you for all of my subscribers that came along and joined me in today's video. I do appreciate each and every one of you being here. I am super excited for the summer DIYs that are just around the corner. School is almost out, and I'm ready to get back on track. Remember, friends, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It really does help out my channel, and if you can at least share it to one of your friends who can help get some ideas from today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Once again, I had a blast, and I'm so glad that you are here joining with me. I really hope you have a lovely day, and as always, I will see you in the next one.